Oh, you don't say. That's normally what this thing called a map is for. Only for sarcasm, really? It's fucking stating the obvious. Don't do barrel roll then. God, I swear. I'm so glad it was finished. I got a day off college, but I had to have a freaking blood test. God, that really seemed to have taken it out of me. All I can do now is hope for the best. Oh, and once again, thank you for helping me get... I know it's a small milestone, but thank you for helping me get to 100. I actually didn't think I'd get to 50. Because, well, yes, when I started YouTube, I had initially had a lust for fame. I eventually lost it when I started to enjoy doing this. And thanks to Shane, also known as ShaneyBoy67. Ow. I actually grew to enjoy doing what I was doing. Sorry about that.
That was a flat spin. Drive at a ramp at top speed, then hit the E-brake to give your car some spin as it launches.
Great show. Anyone else remember that TV show? If it wasn't for ShaneyBoy60, what was that? Yeah. If it wasn't for Blake or ShaneyBoy67, I wouldn't be doing this now. That did not go according to plan. Because don't get me wrong, now I don't do it for the subscribers. You shouldn't do a job just for that. You should do something if you enjoy doing it. That's the key to actually being successful in the workplace. Do what you enjoy. Like for me, a former shut-in. I grew up enjoying games, so when I eventually got my confidence up a bit, I started doing YouTube. The auto didn't help either. In fact, the reason I had the blood test was to see if I had the cancer gene. As well as what form of TS I have. Rare illness. God, why is this thing... I swear this car's got slow. Or not. driveway. I was lucky. So also a quick shout out to ShenyBoy67. I know I don't have that many subscribers, but he is the one who's helped me get this far. God, I know I'm making an hour molehill, but all I'm trying to say is little goes a long way. In this world, anyway. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, sorry, that was just another of my brain cells dying. Thanks to gaming logic, they're dying one by one. One moment. I'm just checking something real quick. Bear with me. Now wait. It's not as painful as one might think, but giving blood sure does leave a mark. Ow. In all fairness, this and Persona dancing games are unique, because I don't like any other racing games and I don't like any other rhythm games. Don't have a kind. Guess it was how indulged I got into the games in the first place, because I had played Persona 5 before I got it dancing, so I actually had chance to dive in more to the characters. hope when Persona 5R comes out, it does actually have the pro tag speaking more lines. Instead of just brief comments like, I see it. I just read something. Oh, that. And some waiting to get out of the harm effect. Ignore that. I don't know why, but every time I sneeze, I end up licking the top of my mouth. My god, I mean. How am I going to? That was a close one. Oh wait, this is big surf, so it would have been bad anyway. Also, what do you want to see in Persona 5R if it's an enhanced port? Apart from fully voiced protagonist, I would honestly like to, because it was concept art, Mishima and Hifumi becoming Phantom Thieves, the ability to save Akechi, because be honest, in the end you gotta feel bad for them. Having a bastard like Shido as a father. Anyone would go mental. I think that's why I relate. Don't get me wrong, I've got normal-ish parents. Ow. And luckily in this day and age, none of them are politicians. making my way around town. Wait. That shot me car. That was a terrible Scottish accent. Which is slightly awkward for someone of Scottish descent. Well, that whole freaking teammates are nothing but trash. Welcome to me whenever I play Battlefield. And seriously, it's almost as if it's almost as if the person bought those games to troll. That's why I tend to be lone wolf and that type of thing. That's why unless I am playing Dead Rising or Saints Row or the like, I tend to make videos alone. Well, minus the ones for Shane. But I honestly feel when it comes to Persona, and I'm sorry I keep going on about this, that can actually relate to each of the characters. Bad past. What I grew up with is pretty much the equivalent of a hellhole. Still working despite injury. I've just got naturally weak legs, but I still exercise despite that. Ambitious? Why else would I be here? Well, I'm joking. When I started I was. Eccentric? Yes. Former student class. Well, since I'm from Britain, it's school captain who used to let themselves be pushed over and then develop their rebellious will. Retarded, like I mentioned, that was a shut-in. Haru do tend to get some bloodlust from time to time. Seriously, the girl's a freaking psycho. Then again, that's where you get found a bastard as a father. And like a Ketchy, like to think of myself in a kingly, not in a context of you're lower than me or anything, but tigers are pretty much high in jungle, being predators and all that. just gotta love how they're all pretty much interlinked. But Makoto did have a point when she said about it all being a setup, and that was pretty much before it was revealed to all be a game. Because if you think about it, nobody knew about the Phantom Thieves, then along came, then they managed to change Kamoshida's heart, then the fan site was created. Yet still no one believed in them. Then, as soon as Madarame was captured, pretty much, arrested, that's what I mean by captured, people believed more and more into the Phantom Thieves. But then along came Akechi, who then made out like the Phantom Thieves were unjust to further his career, because he liked to be the centre of attention at the time. RIP. So then Phantom Thieves decided, with help from Makoto, to go after the Mafia and take out Kaneshiro, of which time the popularity grows even further, and Shido realize they can use this to their advantage. So he gets one of his associates to set up a fake medjet to hack, to fake the cleanse. Which then brings even more attention to them, presumably pushing Akechi and Shido to the dust, well, for then, and using the assumedly same hacker, they hacked the fan site rankings to make Akuma get to the top, because then they'd have no choice, but to go after him. Not that they would have anyway, because with Morgana just running off. I mean, come on. You might hate Ryuji, but you have to admit that Morgana was somewhat in the wrong there, because he'd got away for so long with making those snide comments with Ryuji, and then as soon as Ryuji says one thing, he just turns his back on everyone. When I was younger, I used to think I was useless, but I never turned my back, because at the end of the day, friends are friends. You can't turn your back on them just because, to quote later on in the game, that's basically just like a little kid throwing a temper tantrum. And Akuma had at the time sold off Haru in order to further his business with knowledge of the cognitive science, due to being associated with Shido and using him to take out any competition. Then, once they've changed Kunikazu's heart, the Black Mask goes in and kills Akuma. Oh wait, forgot point. Around the time of the Hawaii trip, the Shujin principal was killed, so that put slight doubt into the people's minds on whether the Phantom Thieves' actions were indeed just, or if it was just an act, and that they were going to dispose of them in the end. So then, once they change Akuma's heart, Akechi, as ordered by Shido, assassinates Kunikazu, and during the press conference when Akuma has a seizure and dies, and everyone at the time believed there was a phantom thief, so Shido and the Akechi used that to their advantage, making it, because they knew that now that the phantom thieves were being treated as criminals, they'd have full support again. So it makes me laugh, the whole transferring him into the metaverse, because come on, someone with that much experience in the metaverse really didn't know that they'd been teleported. Because don't forget, the only reason Ryuji and Ren didn't know they were teleported in the first time was because they hadn't experienced all that before. By the time Akechi had received Loki and been in the metaverse before, as evident from when he mentions that Morgana, when he mentions that someone said pancakes, even though Morgana was the only one which mentioned them, and he was supposed to be a cat. So there's no way he would have heard that if he hadn't been in the meta prior to that. So that pretty much led on the suspicions, and they set the trap into mind by getting Makoto and Yusuke to scope out the location, well, of the courthouse. That's what I mean. Because that was out of the range of Sai's palace, and thus no one would be considered a threat. And use that to their advantage. So they then, I mean, I'm still having trouble comprehending all of it, and I've completed it about 8 times. They had to lead Akechi on thinking that he had them under his fingernail. Otherwise, he would have got suspicious, and the whole plan would have been pretty much destroyed, because he'd already know that they were thinking of betraying him. God, but when Sojiro said about being a laughingstock because he was being cheated by Futaba and Ren, it happens to everyone, mate. You don't have to be just a child to need reassurance from someone younger than you. That's what having people's backs all about. The question is, though, why did Akechi even go into Madarame and Kanashiro's palaces if he wasn't going to do anything. Unless it was to swap their allegiances over to Shido. Because it is shown in his in Shido's palace that Akechi has the power to drive others insane. But the whole boss fight with Samael made me think of the Batman vs. Bane. Don't know if it's because the protagonist's codename is Joker or what. And no, those jokes were never funny. I used to be a comedy channel, I should... No. I don't see a single video about Joker being in Smash without at least one person saying, "Oh, where's Batman? We have Robin and we have Joker." I mean, come on, have these guys not heard of Tarot? But just as Morgana mentions in the end, the world is what you make of it. God, you gotta love the voice switch though. From how he just goes from calm and composed to just being all out psychotic. That is the definition of a manipulative villain. When Persona 5, you could not 5. In the dance, I mean, you gotta love the amount of implications towards Caroline, Fancy, and Joker. Well, Ren, I mean. But at the end, when the whole "do the Phantom Thieves really exist?" went from about 16% to 0, I was just like, don't know about going down, but this shit went from 0 to 100 real fast. It's a good game because up until that I'd gone off JRPGs since I felt like Pokemon died when the 4th season, when the Sinnoh League ended, because there was no more of the humour, which made the first series, the prior series, actually good. Because when they replaced Rock with Silent, they'd gone from having one crazy kid-like character to just being just all normal composed people, and that tends to get boring, so I lost interest after that. Oh god, since two people are watching, it's probably gonna be two pranksters. Yeah. That didn't go according to plan. thing that I do love about 5R, which I reckon should be a thing, is Shiho being a confidant. Maybe the Aeon, because if it's like Persona 4 Golden, it brought in the Aeon and the Jester confidants. Jester being Toru Adachi and the Aeon being Marie. But if you want my honest thoughts, I reckon there should be an option to date Lavenza or Sai. And more dungeons. Because it's shortly after you finish Shido's Palace that it just becomes that now or never. And also, let me know in the comments, if you are Phantom Thief, what do you reckon your codename, attire and weapons would be? Well, my persona would be Scar, and then in the end, when the awakened persona would be Saber. Saber-toothed tiger. I got Scar because of the new Lion King coming out this year. Outfit would be similar to Crow's, but slightly darker with an orange cape instead of a red. And probably a helmet because I don't know. Simply put, it'll probably be a mix of Haru's, even though I'm a boy. I mean, helmet wise, and except orange to go with the cape. My weapons would be knife gloves and akimbo pistols or LMG. As for my element, I'd say either probably bless. And my code name, as evident from my YouTube name, Tiger. took the name because I don't know, I guess in some of my gameplay, in some of the shooters I play, I tend to have the playstyle of a tiger. Never hardly camping, always hunting down. As evident from the fact I never use a sniper in any game. Anyway, that closes this episode of Burnout. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you're new so you don't miss a single upload. And with that said, farewell.